And welcome to the Saturday edition of This Day. It is September 13th, and you know it's a Saturday edition when I'm here at the desk, as always, for you guys. And we've got a great show for you. Let's get right to what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to welcome Music Lovers Club, Bear Sanchez and Barb Torino. We're going to be here talking about events they have coming up. And then we'll also be talking to the folks from RadNet, Reggie Alanis and Susan D'Alessandro. They're going to be talking about programs they have coming up and things we can get involved in right here in the community in terms of a special event they have for breast cancer awareness and prostate cancer awareness. So stay tuned for that important information and an event you can go to that's free of charge to learn more about those major issues and for our health and well-being. All right, folks, let's stay informed. We got some important stuff to talk about here. Remember that big giant fire plume that kind of went up in the community a little while ago and people were saying, what was that fire? Well, we got the information here for you. It was Friday morning on September 5th around 10:30 when Emergency Command Center received reports of vehicles and golf carts on fire at a carport on Ronda Granada. And as you can see here from the footage, the firefighters were there very quickly. They had it out in about 18 minutes total. But you can see some cars there were destroyed. Golf cart was destroyed. Luckily, though, it never spread to any of the other nearby carports or any of the other residences nearby. And so they were able to contain it, and that's a good thing. No injuries except for the damage. That's all that really happened. That was the major stuff there. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. No fires to speak of right now in our community, so we got some great weather though. Let's take a check of our temperatures while we're at it here. And we got some nice temperatures for today and tomorrow. Then we really start to heat up in terms of the weather forecast for us. High pressure starts to move in. We're gonna kind of lose those nice temperatures in 70s and we're gonna climb back up into the 80s all the way up to 89 on Tuesday and Wednesday. We got the low clouds in the morning for most of those days, clearing to mostly sunny skies, but temperatures are really gonna bump up. So enjoy the nice cool temperatures while we can, because the hot temperatures are making a comeback. Unfortunately, this time of year that happens. Let's take a check of our sunrise and sunset. And here's a beautiful shot of the Golden Gate Bridge. Fantastic. Thank you, Cole, of course, for setting this one in. He travels so much. He's always everywhere. Up there in San Francisco, as you well know, beautiful, beautiful span of bridge there, built back in the Depression era, part of the Work Program Administration from FDR. I recall from my history class. Sunrise this morning was 6:33. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:59. Those days are getting shorter, and we're running short on pictures, so why don't you send us some? We'd love to see the pictures you send us, and you can do that just by emailing us at Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com, and make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. All right, folks, when we come back, we'll be talking to the folks from the Music Lovers Club. Stay with us.
O'Connor Mortuary has been healing hearts, inspiring trust, and comforting souls since 1898. As one of the oldest family-owned and operated mortuaries in California, we are proud to be a long-standing pillar in the community. Our unwavering commitment to providing support in a time of need is what sets us apart and allows us to build strong bonds with each family we serve. Thank you for choosing us for 125 years.
Welcome to OCI Care with Dr. Vyas, Laguna Woods' most trusted premium laser eye surgery and comprehensive ophthalmology center. Located in the heart of the Laguna Woods community, OCI Care specializes in laser cataract surgery, glasses-free cataract surgery, microscopic glaucoma surgery, diabetic eye checks, routine exams, and all your other eye care needs. Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship. Come in for your appointment today for a lifetime of better vision.
Wait is over. A brand new pharmacy just minutes from your front door is now open. Service is our top priority at Laguna Pharmacy. Enjoy free same-day delivery, low over-the-counter prices, and personalized attention, all with the same copay you're used to. Tired of waiting on hold? Our experienced pharmacists answer your calls right away. We are in network with most Medicare plans and make the transfer process easy. Visit Laguna Pharmacy today for the exceptional care you deserve.
Well, the Music Lovers Club have something for us. I want to welcome Barbara Torino and Bear Sanchez to the program.
Nice to be here.
Thank you for having us.
I teased the name of the play.
Yes.
Yes.
The performance that you guys have coming up. So, Barb, tell us a little bit about Better Days.
Better Days. It's a really cute little show. I guess Bear and I have debates over the theme and the vision, and he'll tell you a little bit more about that. But I think when it boils down to it, it's about friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's about a senior woman
Okay.
in a senior residence.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, experiencing all the things that us seniors experience.
What did you do to research the role?
It took her many years.
Thank you. Didn't have to do much. And so they give her, to help her, they give her an AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And so the story unfolds about these two very different entities that learn to get along and help each other, and it's sweet and it's funny.
Okay. And so, Barry, you play the entity? Is that what?
Yes, yes. I play the entity or the artificial intelligence.
Okay, okay. And so what was the vision for the play that you guys had in mind?
So when I read this, I was really interested in playing this part as the AI. And my vision for this is to show the humanity of this AI, show that this AI really wants to be as human as possible.
Okay.
And wants to learn and be self-sufficient, you know? And so the vision that I have is really about two people who are chosen by chance to live together in an unsuspected situation, and by listening, simply listening to each other, are able to help each other find a way to be their most fullest self.
Okay.
So the best versions of themselves, and to just kind of grow.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because we hear a lot these days about AI kind of jumping into those kind of roles where there's like, you can have therapist kind of AI where you ask it to say your problems, say your concerns, and it's giving you that feedback. And so they have this like sentient kind of versions of AI that's like knows you in a weird way, right?
It's really strange. And I think this is very timely now because AI is all over the place. And people are using it for so many different things, and I'm learning how to use it in my everyday life.
Right.
But yes, some of it is just so real. It's scary and very exciting. Yeah.
For either of you, do you feel like you discovered anything, or you feel like wow, this is, or like took you down a path you weren't expecting?
Absolutely. Barb actually performed this show a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I was able to help her rehearse for it. So I had read the script with her over and over again, and I had gone to watch the show. And since we took it over, and I took over as the director, it really has become a different show. I think every director has a different reading experience. When they read it, they see it with a new mind, a new brain. And as many people have considered my intelligence artificial, I thought this was the perfect...
It's not as fully evolved as we'd like it to be.
Right. I'm definitely a beta. So, I definitely have created a different version of this story, just by having different experiences in my life. I feel that this story is a lot of Barb and Bear's story, where here we have two people who come from different walks of life, and we are put together in an unlikely relationship. And Barb and I have been able to help each other grow and become better versions of ourselves. And I think that these characters really parallel our friendship.
And using Bear in this part, I think, is fabulous, because he is an amazing actor and he is an amazing voice actor.
Okay.
So the voices that he uses as this, and the evolution is just so fun to watch.
Now, it's not just you two, there's the third person in this place. So how does that dynamic work?
He's the programmer who created Beta, and he programs the changes that need to happen so that Beta evolves.
Okay.
So that's Mark Schwartz, who has been in so many of the productions in the village. Everybody knows him. So the three of us are good friends. And,
Now, there's so much about AI that people say, oh, it's scary. Or what if it takes over this? What if it takes over that? What do you guys get the sense of, at the end of this play, what do you want people to walk away from in terms of their vision or their idea about what AI could be or is going to become?
I think this story really tells that, there's gonna be changes in our lives. This whole world has evolved from, very early days, and we thought that having computers and cell phones and all that was gonna be horrible, But if you use it correctly and you read the prompts and you work together with it, it can really help our lives, a lot. And I think that's kind of what we want people to take away from this, is that it doesn't have to be scary. It's not designed to be scary. It's really only the human race that makes it scary,
Right.
So I think that if we create something to be positive and we focus on the positive, then that's where it's gonna go.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, and this maybe, I don't know if you address in the play or anything, but some people say we don't want AI to substitute for real connectivity and real relationships. Do you get a sense of that maybe that's what's happening with your character, that they're relying on AI more than they are relying on the other people in the outside world?
Well, there's going to be a part of that. I mean, AI is already replacing lots of things, including some humans. And society is just going to have to adjust to that, like we've adjusted to every change. But when you look at, like, when we talk, what is this about? And I said, well, it's about technology. And Bear says, no, it's not about technology. It's about friendship and love, and so technology becomes part of that. So I guess as a lesson for humanity is don't fight it. Embrace it, and then use it for the better good.
Yeah, find the good in there.
Yeah.
Is that what the message you hope people walk away from? Find the good in all of these things?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because,
this is a story.
Everybody needs a better. I'll tell you. I'd love to have one to cook and clean and do all that stuff.
But yeah, this really is a story about relationships and friendships. It just so happens to have a setting in the near future where there's AI in human form, but that's really just a small part of it. It really is just about relationships, listening to one another, and helping each other grow as friends.
Kind of expand our minds about relationships, what they can really look like in the future.
Absolutely.
All right. I want to make sure people know it's a music lovers club. It's always kind of a dinner theater kind of thing.
Yes.
So tell some details about that.
People love, this is Carla, who's making the dinner. Carla has the Cooking with Carla in the Globe, and people just adore. So when sometimes people say, well, I'm coming for the meal, and I'll stay for the show. So yeah, it's well worth it to eat Carla's food, and then hopefully we entertain people in a sweet, funny, warm way.
I think it sounds like you will. Going to be October 6th, folks. Doors open at 5:30. Make sure you get your tickets ahead of time. And make sure you get a good seat. They do sell out. Be careful about that. Well, Barbara and Bear, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I hope you have a rest of a better day to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
For over 20 years, Orange County has taken its unwanted gold, jewelry, timepieces, sterling silver, and coins to the Jewelry Box estate buyers and always received top dollar. We are a full-service repair center, too, where you can rest assured our on-premises master jeweler will repair any jewelry in our state-of-the-art facility. Come see why for over 2 decades, Orange County has relied on the Jewelry Box estate buyers.
At the Jewelry Box estate buyers,
it's about trust.
Visit us online at jewelryboxestatebuyers.com.
We're going to be talking about men's prostate and women's breast health with our guests from RadNet. It's Rentgen Alanis, and we'll go by Reggie from here on in, along with Susan De Alessandro. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So you guys have an event coming up on September 24th that's going to be covering these topics. Why are we doing this event? Why is it important to kind of get women and men at these events?
Well, we find that men really don't seek out information about their health until there's really a big problem. So bringing men and women together the same evening, it just opens up dialogue and makes the men more comfortable to receive the information that we're delivering.
Is there a kind of a stigma? Men don't ask questions to their doctors. You come back from an appointment and the spouse or the girlfriend says, well, what did they say? I don't know. I didn't ask him. Is there kind of a deal with men about their health? I don't get it.
Between you and me, I mean, we men tend to be stubborn. And,
yes, I'll give you that.
When we have different, what we feel might be abnormal, as in pain or whatever, we kind of just chalk it up. Maybe it's age, or we done a little too much exercise or whatever.
My knee's bothering me this week, but it's fine the next, whatever it might be. I'll shake it off, rub some dirt on it.
Little Google, you check it. Oh, okay, I think I'll be fine. But, we have to be very vigilant nowadays and be able to see, seek out help, if you will.
Because, the reality is men do die from prostate cancer. And that's one of the most preventable cancers out there if you detect it early. So what are some of the things that men should be aware about in their own bodies when it comes to this kind of thing? And it's time to seek help, not just, I'm fine.
Right. Well, prostate health is much like women's health. So there is a screening guideline, which is why we want our friends, our uncles, our fathers, our husbands to come and join us for the educational evening to ask the questions, learn about the guidelines, learn about the risks.
And that's reality. I mean, like we were talking about for men, and we're going to get to the women's side of these things in a second, but I just want to say, I'm one of those guys who I don't go to the doctor. I just don't go to the doctor. And unless I have to go for something, I have to do whatever it is. If I have to go, I go, but I don't. And I guess it's a weird innate thing about men who just aren't kind of aware of their own bodies and as in tune as sometimes women are about that.
Right. And, it's an alarming number when we, especially if, when we hear that 1 in 8 men will be, they will have prostate CA, and they can check it through, the PSA testing, which is, prostate-specific antigen testing that can be located in blood tests. So it's very important. A lot of us don't go to the doctor, because we feel like we're well healthy enough. We exercise, we do a lot of physical activities, but unfortunately, it's something that's hidden, and if early enough, it could be detected.
Now, on the women's side, when we're talking about breast health, there are so many procedures and kind of standards that women go through in terms of those checks, and they change sometimes in terms of the recommendations, but women are more on top of that, aren't they?
That's true. I think it's just the fact that we've been screening women for breast cancer for a very long time, and with men's prostate health, it's now a couple of decades out where we really have put focus on the health of the prostate. So what Reggie was getting at is that 1 in 8 men will develop prostate cancer. And you don't have to wait until you're very sick. It's very easily detectable. Men don't have to die from prostate cancer. There's the PSA, as he talked about, the blood test. There's also early prostate screening, which you can learn about if you come to our talk on Wednesday, September 24th.
So what are you guys doing differently to try to coax men to come to this kind of thing and get them more involved in that? Should we get women involved?
We're going to make it. We're going to make it fun. Yes. We're going to have some fun raffles, talks, exhibits. Time to talk to the clinician on just a panel discussion There's nothing that's off topic. You will have experts there. Dr. Paul Tung is a radiologist, will cover general radiology. We have Brooke Caldwell, who's a breast specialist, and we have Valentino Bonev, who's a breast surgeon. So panel discussion, you're able to come up to the radiologist and just speak very frankly with them in a very safe and fun, evening.
And Reggie, if they bring a spouse or girlfriend or whoever it might be, does that also kind of hold them more accountable to doing the follow-ups and doing what they should be doing?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. When you bring your spouse and partners, it makes you more. Some of us men, again, who are very stubborn, we need that extra push from some people very important to us, people that we love, people that care about us. So, women, girlfriends, it's definitely could be a little uncomfortable, but it's an extra, push for us men to, learn, whatever it is that we need to learn regarding prostate. So.
And I know from experience that women are good at the follow-up and telling men, go do that, make that appointment, do those things. So that's a really good thing too, right? Because they'll just, yeah, that's great. They'll go to an event, and then that's the end of it.
I feel as a woman, I'm very influential with the men in my life. I can talk to my brother. I can talk to my husband. I feel that if I'm making a recommendation, they're going to listen. And I hope that the people that are listening to us today will also be very influential with the men in their life. Get them over to our evening event, and I think that they will learn something.
Yeah. Absolutely. And who can attend this event? Is it open to anybody?
It's open to anybody that is here listening to us today.
Okay. Yes. That's fantastic. And what message should we kind of be giving out to encourage folks to come to this? What's the core of what you guys want to tell people? It's like this is why you should be here at this event.
Learn about the guidelines, the screening guidelines. I think is the most important for both men and women, for men's health and women's health, and the most updated treatment options. And you're hearing it from the experts, from the radiologists, from the breast surgeons.
Absolutely. How important is screening? I mean, it's the standard of care, right, in terms of prevention.
Correct. Yes. Early detection is key. Screening, we have that again. Susan's mentioned the prostate EPS, the enhanced prostate screening program for men. That's a very important. If you're whether or not you're low risk or high risk, if you're within the age, we suggest that you go ahead and do the screening program. So it's very important. Again, it's healthy for men to make sure that they have a healthy prostate as well. So
absolutely, and the family history and those kind of things, while they may play a part, right? But it doesn't mean you're clear just because nobody in your family's ever had maybe breast cancer or prostate cancer, right?
That's correct. I think it's very important, though. I'd like to make one point. You should know about the guidelines, but you need to turn to your provider, your primary care physician, because they're looking at the whole picture, your family history, along with your current state of health. So it's important that you learn about the guidelines, you talk with your clinician. As Reggie said, just early screening is going to save a lot of lives.
Reggie, are we trending better in this anecdotally, or maybe you have stats? Are we doing better at pre-screening and getting early detection in the world of prostate cancer?
Technologically, we are. I mean, RadNet is at the forefront of imaging services. And we have specialized radiologists. We have fully trained technologists and staff as well. So that will lead to having basically better services for men towards a healthy life with their prostate.
Well, I know RadNet does a great job. I actually just had my mother, I had a screening, I took my mother to an appointment. Everything turned out great. Thank God. Everything's good. But yeah, great services there. No, we enjoyed the experience of being there. I want to thank you both for joining us, Suzanne and Reggie, for that.
Thank you.
And folks, make sure to get out that prostate screening. It's going to be on September 24th. The flyer's up on the screen for more information. And thank you both for joining us.
We hope to see everybody. Thank you.
Absolutely.
See you there.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Who is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
21 years ago, I started Sayless Home Care because I saw a need for a professionally run home care organization in Laguna Woods. We've been in business for 21 years. Call Sayless and let us show you why we've been in business longer than any other home care company in South Orange County.
So Christy, how'd the job turn out?
The job turned out fantastic. We love our new patio. It gives us lots of extra room for entertainment. It was quick and easy, and we just really love it.
Hey Brenda, how's the Patio Panel Pro?
It's been going really well. There are hundreds of older covers in Laguna Woods that need a little work on them. And the only thing between a good looking cover and a bad one is new skylight panels.
Remember, if it isn't McEachern, it's crap. Give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
And welcome back to the program. We got a great Saturday movie, a classic film from director Martin Scorsese. It is Raging Bull. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It is the true story of life of boxer Jake LaMotta, whose violence and temper that led him to the top of the ring destroyed his life outside of it. And it is a classic movie. So it's going to be 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. It's brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. Make sure you stay tuned and see that one. If you've seen it once, you're going to want to see it again. If you've never seen it, now's your opportunity. All right, let's take a quick check of our weather before we head out. And we got some nice temperatures for the rest of the weekend. And then we start to see a buildup of high pressure on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and Monday and Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we got temperatures in the high 80s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Look at that, 89 degrees, both those days. So enjoy the cool temperatures while we can this weekend, because we're going to have a nice little heat wave for the rest of the week. Monday on the program, we're going to be welcoming folks from community concerts, and the Power of Health and Wealth Club is also going to be here, so stay tuned for that. Bree will also be here as well. I get a break. I get my day off. There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.